to 3 weeks to a month now, I've been seeing scattered reports of cattle just randomly grazing through the center of our metropolis. I mean, in different suburbs. The most recent reports are coming from Dansoman, where like you are just driving north and cows are crossing a dual carriageway. They are everywhere. They are eating people's flowers and people's garden plants. They are just walking around in areas that animals should not be permitted to roam free. And we even have laws and bylaws against this, and people paid salaries to ensure this doesn't happen. What are we losing our grip over our metropolitan areas? What is this?
Kojo, the the Municipal Assembly has a role to play, and you've talked about Dansoman, that's Ablekuma West Municipal Assembly. I am surprised that in the 21st century, in the year of our Lord 2024, you would find cattle grazing on our streets openly. And look, they're actually a nuisance.
Yeah.
You've seen them sometimes. I mean, actually, the step persons who are driving, you'd have to wait. But why can't we just ensure that these animals don't find themselves on our roads? It's very simple. You are not supposed to do that. I mean, it is the responsibility of the assembly to ensure that these cattle do not find themselves on our roads. It's very simple.
We have environmental health officers in the assemblies, and some of the assemblies have prosecuted persons before. Langquantanan, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, the AMA as well. So they have every right to arrest and prosecute these persons who are allowing the animals to stray.
Exactly.
Because of course they cause distraction, they cause nuisance. Sometimes when you're driving and you meet them, you get confused. Like you don't even know which direction to turn.
For me, it's the clearest example of the clearest illustration of our third world status. To be sharing our urban areas with animals. Is it any different from the pictures we sometimes see of people drinking from the same river as livestock? Why are we living in the same cities as cows? What's the matter with us? And you see, the disturbing thing is that it's not some new thing that we have allowed to happen because we never foresaw it. No. We have laws against it already. We have people we are paying already to ensure this doesn't happen.
The AMA has bylaws that says you cannot bring your cattle to residential areas and also in the streets.
You cannot rear them in residential areas as well.
Actually, it also has some rules that says you, the person that's supposed to be keeping them, if you are found and they cannot trace you, they have to take away the cattle, go and keep them somewhere. Within a period, they would actually not be able to take you to court, but they would deal with them in other ways. In fact, there are rules even on stray dogs.
Yeah.
So, my problem is that people would they will do their very best to break laws in this republic. That is why we pay people at the AMA and related assemblies to work. That is why every time they go to work, and this morning, I'm sure they will appear in their offices. If these people pretend that they have not seen what's happening, that means they are not doing enough monitoring of the very places they are supposed to be working. So they don't deserve their jobs in the first place. That is how it works everywhere in the world where we give you responsibilities. You fail at it, we remove you, we put another person who is capable of making sure that the streets are rid of these things. And see, there are also health issues associated with this, and we are not even talking about those ones. But the nuisance alone is enough for you to know that there is something wrong somewhere. And at least this picture, I've been seeing some of them on social media for a couple of days now. So assuming you saw it first time, or you have also come across it, is it not sensible to expect that you come in and do your work? Do we always have to tell you that, hey, gentlemen, this is the responsibility you have? And on top of that, there is an MC. There is also what they call it, a mayor, whatever place they find themselves, who is responsible for these people. What job are they doing? Are they only there to be chasing what they call it, traders and other people for small tokens in the name of taking their monies that they're supposed to take from them? Some sense, and we have been asking for more power for these districts and assemblies and all of that. But if you cannot do the basic things, why do you think you deserve any more power? If you cannot do the small things that you should be able to do without having to call on central government to help you, why should anybody help you in that way? But no, I think that they have disregarded authority for too long. The president himself made a popular announcement and told the people that remove buildings that are even in waterways and all of the other things. A year later, newspapers and other media houses were reporting that there are so many other buildings that have not been removed. That means that the guy who gave you direct appointment, if you don't respect us, the guy who gave you direct appointment, because we didn't elect you, and also you don't want to respect his orders. So, exactly what job do you do in these offices? And they have assemblies, so there are people who are supposed to be responsible for them.
Oh, yeah,
And yes, they'll go there, they'll go and chant and
Public
be
health,
yes, and take some things more and move on with their lives.
officers.
So, in effect, I do not think that it's a big deal, except that some of these people, they feel that they have so much power, they'll never be sacked.
Let me tell you how fundamental a failure this is. The first ever act of civilization was zoning. When the Homo sapien demarcated where he lives and separated it from where the animals live. That was the first act of civilization. The most basic illustration of a civilized people is that you don't live with animals. That's it. That's the most. So we are failing on the fundamental step one of civilization. We are failing at it, and we are paying people to fail at it.